Hi, I'm Muthiah Muralidharan. Watch me on ETimes.
Hi, I'm Madhur Mittal. You're watching us on ETimes.
Hey everyone, this is me Hesha Chima, and today I'm extremely glad because I'm talking to the legendary Sri Lankan cricketer Muthiah Muralidharan sir, along with Madhur, who actually, I feel I remember you when I watched Shaka Laka Boom Boom, so we probably might be of the same age. But thank you so much for removing time and talking to us today. So I have to start off by asking you this thing. With 800, of course, you're putting a lot of your life when you have a biopic out there, which includes not just the good parts of your life, but also your bad parts. So that means you open up for public consumption, which is also your vulnerabilities. What made you say yes to become so, if I have to say, naked in front of a wide audience who's going to come and watch 800?
See, I'm always want to be real, right? Because rather than fake, because it's see, people doesn't know me, but my friends and family knows a lot. So in the movie also, I told the director, because when he was wrote the script, I didn't see the movie. I said I want to read it. I read about 4 to 5 times, and I told, don't try to make the movie like little put perfection here and make it beauty. Take it is, you know what to do. The screenplay writer will write it in a right step, but you can't put everything in your life what happened, you can't. But you take the right manners in the important things, but you have to be spade is spade, because not hide anything. If something wrong, something things, you have to show it. So then I okay with that. Other than that, that's your direction and your writing and everything. You have to do it, but as it is, it has to be true.
You know, I have to say this to the both of you. Even I have a connection with Sri Lanka and films that goes a long way. So in the early 70s, my late grandfather was the first one to export a Bollywood film to Sri Lanka. Wow. So he's been in the newspapers. Ever since then, avenues opened, and I know that Sri Lankans love Bollywood a lot. Madhur, coming to you, I have to ask this to you. A lot of actors, whether it was Ranveer Singh for 83 or whether it was, Sushant for Dhoni, they got a biopic at a stage where they were already established, right, and known. It's tough for you, I believe, because you are known, definitely, that's not taken away. No, that's there. You have a body of work that talks about. But as sir also rightly said, that adulation and that fame for the potential that you bring to the table is yet to come up. When you got to know that, you're replacing Vijay Sethupathi, of course, and then there were also speculation about Dave probably being roped in, who you've worked with in Slumdog, and now you are the one who's on the poster, and by the way, that looks fabulous. You've matched sir's eye, by the way. Looks great. I was just telling the team before that. I want to sum it up and ask you, A, how did you react to things like this in terms of the pressure that people must have obviously spoken to you about? And B, how did you convince yourself mentally to do a biopic at this early on? Because that also is a lot of bravado and guts.
Right. Well, first of all, I was obviously a bit nervous growing up in the 90s. These are our heroes. Yeah. An Indian boy, cricket fanatic. So, when you think of people like Sachin sir or McGrath, Murli sir, Wasim Akram, these are like creme de la creme, right? So obviously it was a bit intimidating at the start, but also a great opportunity for a young actor. As a young actor, I think the only thing I can ask is a chance to put myself on tape, right? To show people what I can do. And so I was very, very excited, more than apprehensive, So if it's challenging, if there's something to bite into, then, and I consider myself lucky that, I'm getting this chance earlier in my career than other actors. So, obviously there were challenges. It was difficult, but that's what makes it great and worth doing. So, yeah, I count my blessings. A lot of gratitude.
Tell me something. Do you feel that acting such an early on, you've been a child actor, right? And there's a huge body of work for that too. And now, of course, you're still working. Do you feel that somewhere that gives an edge to any actor who's been practicing this craft, ekdam bachpan se, कहते हैं ना, हो ही जाता है, just sets there?
Yeah, sure. See, it can go two ways, right? It can either go the way of Macaulay Culkin and a lot of other child actors, or it can go a different way. Like Shahid Kapoor has been acting since he was much younger, and there's a lot of other people. Urmila Matondkar, for example, the list goes on. So, no one size fits all, and it's been tough. But also, yes, anything that you keep doing again and again and again, you hopefully get better at it.
Fine tunes your.
Yes, also, and I have never been to film school or had any formal training as such. So being on set, in Hindi we say Karna Vidya.
You know, I also have to say this. Of course, there's no news that you and Sachin Tendulkar are very good friends, but you've also gotten him out many times. You're the one who took his wickets so many times. How did this friendship happen amongst all of this? Like rivalry, but you all became friends. How?
No. See, we all very good friends. See, when in the battle, see, with the Asian cricketers, we don't we were very friends, but in the middle we play hard to win. We don't sledge or anything. Well, Australians and all, we don't sledge, they will sledge.
They will sledge.
Like that is their nature of playing cricket like that. So in Sachin and all, it's like Sachin, when you're playing, see, he's 1 year younger to me. He's born 73, I was born exactly maybe 1 year, 3 days over. He was born in 24th of April, I was born in 17th of April. So so when he was 87 or 86, he got the debut, 89 or something, he got the debut. He was 16 years. So I first time saw in 1993, we went to play Hero Cup, 92 or something, Hero Cup, he was playing. So we all heard about him, how great he is, not seen. When I saw he came at number 6, he didn't open also, he came number 6 at last stage. He just smashed 20 ball of 40 runs in, I think it's in somewhere in Kanpur or somewhere. Smashed it, then I was disbelieved, right? He's such a good, people as what he's saying is true. We became fans of him because more than before he played with us, it's like a young kid like him coming through and unbelievable. So it's like, so then see, cricket is like, on your day, good, you will better off him. He has got hundreds against me. Same way I have got wickets also. That happens because...
12 or 13 times.
Yeah, but I played a lot of test matches against him.
He's very humble right now, but
No, because that's cricket. Cricket is like this, because cricket, nobody can ensure that you're going to dominate every time. It's a sport.
Madhur, coming to you, I have to ask this to you. Did it bother you when there was so much speculation to sort of boycott the film, etc., etc.? Because, sir, sort of, it is that you've become a controversies child time and again. And now, when the trailer is so fabulous, and when something like this happens unnecessarily, is personally what I feel, because I've always been somebody that if a team has come together to project something, there's no need to start all of these rubbish campaigns. Did it bother you?
Yeah, when initially that thing happened, I wasn't attached to the project. So by the time it came to me, yes, I was aware of all that, but it had already happened in the past. And me not being an actor from the South, there's a certain amount of distance that I could have with that whole issue.
Yeah.
And I think when even the people who had issues or still do have issues with the film per se, when they actually go and see the film, I think a lot of their doubts will be cleared. Because just like going back to your first question that you asked, sir, this is not a film made to glorify sir, in a sense. When you see it, you'll see that we've shown very objectively the other side of the story as well, the other perspective as well. And he was very gracious. It takes a certain kind of person to be like, because there have been, films that are biopics before where certain things could not be shown.
Correct.
Because the people involved
had a creator call on it, which is what I was
exactly
asking. Yeah.
So, sir, to his credit, never, stopped Shripati from doing anything, or me or anyone on the team. So I think even the naysayers are going to be they'll have a change of heart when they see the film.
Correct me if I'm wrong, you did ask Vijay Sethupathi to back out. He did not back out voluntarily. You asked him to leave the film, right? Why did you do that?
Because when we told him the story, I was also there about 5 days of narration of. I was in at the time I was something in IPL, like 2019 or 18 or IPL. That time he was shooting a movie. Every day in the night he comes, and Shripati came and just to understand. So he really liked the script. And he said because of that he wants to, normally famous actors doesn't want to do like some biopics, because see in India most of the movies are all I also very a movie buff, right? I watch thousands of movies. I watched like Bollywood to all these Indian movies only I watch. I don't watch much English movies. If it's a very good big movie, I will watch.
You're like me.
Right? So then I know that they all want to be like superheroes and not to portray another personality, or it's a common story or whatever. They all like so agreeing that is something Vijay that is a big thing for us. So everything went smooth. See, before went for shooting, we announcing and everything.
Yeah.
Then only it started, and then it's unnecessary things. It's not everyone. See, these days social media is very big. So then, one or two politicians, they don't know me even. Some quotes or misquotes, they use that and make it as a big thing. And they came out and threatening Vijay Sethupathi to boycott and his family and everything. And he had a lot of movies, like 5-6 movies in his, and they have invested some people who have put money and paid advances and everything and invested. Also the producers, everything will be a little bit shaking on this because of this. The pressure is too much, because it's not his problem, it's my problem, right? My problem means it created on me, not what you have done. No, I also not done nothing, but it has created, right? So I thought as a person, we should not jeopardize anybody's career. I'm also a professional cricketer. I know how people go through when the pressure comes and everything. But he really want to do still. I forced him to say that the people wants to see you for rest of your life. See, acting, because that's a talent is gifted by God to you to show these Indian people. You have to act. So because of me, that should not sabotaged. So your income, family, everything problems will come. Please, I'm telling to relieve on this movie. We will get somebody else can do the project. Don't worry about us. Just think about. And he was so disappointed. He agreed, and I wrote a letter also and gave it to him. And amicably, I told him to. Then only, no, you have to shut these people's mouth, because it is not relevant on anybody. So I thought better be. And also when after that, when he left also, the producer also didn't want to see it. Producers also come when you like famous actors and everything. Then only we, Sripati only got a new producer. We want to make sure that somehow do this, because I don't like in life somebody pushing me out and without any reasons, and this movie should not go. So once she started, and you have to, yeah, this is my reputation also. I give up. Like when I had a bowling chucking issue, if we don't give up, it's finished. No, so I just fought for 10-15 years for that. So why not? This is also similar. Fight it out and make sure that get a good producer. And we said, don't get into again go to a from South actor. Choose from Bollywood. Choose from Bollywood. I would say, I don't want to reveal. They would ask so many people. Certain circumstance before we go to him. Some people, big names, we asked, and they like to do, but they had a lot of projects in their hands, so they can't optimize. No, so then the movie gets to 2025, 27. So destiny was. I think this is the destiny. Madhur's destiny also. It came from so many hands to him.
Yeah.
And it's written. It's written. He has to do it. So hopefully people will enjoy and see this, and actually it's and also it's a story to see for young budding, not a sportsman, all young people who want to be someone in life, how the problems will come to you, how to handle, how to keep moving on one side. So that lesson you can learn from this movie of my life, because they have taken nicely. I read the script, I haven't seen. Maybe he has seen a bit, I think, when you're doing dubbing, I think. I don't know, you should ask him more than me.
But I'm so glad. Thank you so much for removing time and talking to us. I'm totally looking forward to the film. I loved the trailer, and I'm glad that this is not coming in 2025 and it's coming now only. So all the very best to the both of you. Madhur, I hope you get your due share that you deserve. And so all your issues, we slam it on 800. Thank you so much.